What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. Alright, I'm going to finish the evening with my Warden. Level 46. Champion points 1105. Got 2 days left. And we've got... Now think about this. When I came back, I only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tunes. Since I've been back... I have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new tunes. And in 2 days, we'll have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Told you I've been busy. And I came back at 8:30 CP and I'm 11:04. We've been busy. We've been busy. Because you guys asked me to come back and I'm taking it serious. We're going to restructure some of the builds from the past, come out with some new, and always, fingers to the meta. We don't play by their rules. They always play by ours. They will always see things when it comes to light. 2H, remember? Never in your dreams. I actually picked up the dailies. Let me check the inventory. Let me go scrap some stuff. I picked up the dailies. And because now I'm undaunted with 46. So about 1 or 2 of those and yeah.
Do you know how long I've been
I think we'll be good. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm very happy. We've been putting in a lot of work, guys, and I take it serious, man. I really do. You know, I'm never gonna like, take it whatever. I try to approach things in a way that it's going to be productive for the community to say, hey, you know what? You can, play content all the way up without following them or even following me. Eventually, I want to teach my members how to become your own builder and what you're looking for and how to scale that and how to do it efficiently. Because at the end of the day, one of the better elements of this game is being able to have confidence that you can do something different and be successful at it. And that's the appealing element to this game. A lot of times things get overlooked because it doesn't fit their way. Well, back in the day, I remember Sherman was playing with 2H. I was playing with 2H. And the meta players were like, oh, no. And we did it. We rocked it in PvE. The people thought it was just a PvP thing. Now, there has been minor changes, but not a lot. Remember when they said only this class could tank this, only this class? Remember? That's why we're here, man. That's why there's content creators out there that pushes the envelope. Why? Because nothing is set by their word. This is ESO, man, and you guys should enjoy it. You guys should really enjoy this game and get to experiment a little bit. You know what I'm saying? There's where it's at. So let me see. Spindle Clutch 2 and Dire Frost. Yeah, we should be good. Let me switch my bar around though, because I just was doing a little PvPing. That would be bad. So that's good. The shocks I won't need now. But you know what I will need? I will need a rapid regen. I've been trying to level. Well, let me see this. Where's my animal companion at? Yeah, you know what? I should keep 1 bard just to be on the safe side. It's not a bad idea because I got the Betty right here. And it does have a debuff. I do like the hot, so I've been trying to level my other abilities Lotus Blossom, I'm trying to get up there. Sleet Storm, we actually just need for the Frost ability to be barred. That's why that's on there. But I don't need the Grove. So we're going to put back on the Warhorn. So I think we'll be fine pretty much. I know, it's just, it's kind of crazy. So Spindle Clutch 2 and Dire Frost. We should get, you know, queued up really quick and stuff. So I hope everybody's been having a good evening today. Had a good day. You know, I'm hoping the best for everybody. Always. And once we complete the PvE builds, we all know what's coming next. Toxic Mystic on PC. Oh boy, there's going to be trouble. I just got out of a battleground, came in second on a lobby. And I was like, you know, it's fine, it's fine. Actually, it was on a Stam DK, which, you know, D-Swing I feel like is a little crazy at the moment. I've never been good at D-Swing, and I've been D'ing everybody. D on a Stam DK, it is brutal. Oh, and a quest. Oh, it's my day, man. I don't think I'll hit 4 levels.
Burn it!
I need cake. You can always tell when there's somebody new when they're behind the healer.
Death to the living! Death to the living!
I think we might get 2 levels, roughly. We're still using the tri-stat.
Spindle Clutch is ours now.
Light it up!
I'll borrow some gear from my Necro
Over there,
for a
it's
few
Marie.
days to get his Undaunted up. I gotta work him, the Templar. The Templar tank's actually progressing to good, so
Where's Atavar?
I feel comfortable that I'll have, you know, I'll have some builds put out by next week. The DK is a given. The Templar is going to take me, the Templar Halo is going to take me a minute just because I'd like to get the gear. I mean, you know, I could put out a build, you know, but there's one set I really want to get. So why am I always... That's it.
That settles it.
Vampires.
Vampires.
Vampires? You think they
Oh.
know what they're dealing with?
If not, very
Don't let them reach Lord Winterborn.
Should hurry. You've escaped.
Yes, Braxton. The Whisperer is gone.
No, you can't be real.
I am.
I was going to rescue you. Then I heard her voice.
It's over, Braxton. You can rest now.
Boss, I don't...
Boss.
You're one of her illusions.
There are so many new players. So many new players. It's mind-boggling.
Why is nothing
It's just good.
ever easy?
It's good.
Join my
It's good.
nightmare.
You gotta tap him.
Now, do you see?
No, 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 no. You can't touch him yet. See, that's how you know there's even new players. But it's cool. They're learning. Man, if they just came up like that.
I don't want you to see anymore. Get out of here. Take care of this myself.
And that's why we use lightning staffs, ladies and gentlemen.
But you didn't deserve this.
Putting flame staffs on fucking healers
Hear that?
and everything else. We don't need off ballots. We don't need no concuss. Concuss is just, you know. What the hell? You don't need two of them with it. I agree with that. That's why I think some things are interesting. I mean, I used to rock sword and board, which was cool actually, but I still use the rest though.
Spindle clutch belongs
But
to the dead.
back then, I just scaled the heals. But I wasn't doing trials either.
Advance.
One thing I hate about the Warden, man, is just definitely the line of sight. The line of sight definitely can be a hamper on the Warden. Don't worry, Mystic's got a trick or two. Remember when we used to use dual wield? Oh my god. That was, you know, it did good though. I mean, we didn't need to weave up as much though. So they screwed our regen. They're like, you will use the staff. The resto destro is the thing that always got me though. I'm like, I understand this, I understand that, I understand this and that. You know, I mean for a DPS. But why resto on DPS? I'm still trying to get my mind, I was always trying to get my mind around that one. I mean, I understood a lot of different things, right? Even if I didn't agree, I understood it. I never understood the resto destro. Can't say that's the only one I couldn't wrap my head really around. I mean, I didn't agree with a lot of things, but I mean, a lot of people didn't agree with me either. Dude, I cannot heal you, man. Dude, you gotta quit it. Oh my gosh. And I got level 4 gear on, by the way. If he's not going to move, I'll just move around and get the buff to everybody. That's how I look at it. Wardens, it's definitely a line of sight issue. That's why you use that hot from the rest of the staff. It's very important. A lot of problems is a lot of people don't want to use Warden healers because of the line of sight due to like certain mechanics. And I've always said that the leeching vines should change to the lowest health targets. So that's my opinion. It would be nice if it had like an auto apply, right? I mean, you don't have to change a lot of things on the Warden. The Warden's toolkit's pretty, you know, substantial in so many ways. I mean, the buff is one of the only downsides because you coordinate it for tanks to shield. That's why the toughness, which is hit and miss because if you have a Warden tank, then really, you know, whatever. But you know.
Have to agree with the elf boss. There's some
I said, you know, Warden needs a little TLC, a little bit. Nothing. I mean, everybody else is fine in the department. Warden's toolkit's fine. It's just the line of sight issue. It really does hamper the Warden a little bit.
Come. Because of your throats.
See, man, I can't keep applying all the buffs the way everybody's set. Dude, seriously, you can tell.
Why is I being too late? Is there? Merciful Sendar, hear my prayer. I've never prayed to the divines before.
Alright.
Even my wife. Even when you took my wife, I accepted it as fate.
Looks good. I love the Stam Warden version. Especially if you have a Khajiit. It's very interchangeable. You know, in so many ways. I mean, I'm going to scrap everything anyways. Oh. It might get finished tomorrow. Oh, that's rough. Okay. We got one more, though.
When I was younger, I wanted to be a mage.
They say anyone can cast.
We got one more. We put in the work. And as soon as we got here, we can go. I don't know if I've done this one on this tune, Dire Frost yet. There's a bunch of dungeons I haven't done. I mean, if I don't hit 50 tonight, whatever. I mean, I could get out of Alec here and finish them off. I mean, you know. We'll see. He's pretty close. Oh, there's another place I could go to, but yeah, whatever. He's pretty close. And everything's been on schedule. So the other ones won't be done tomorrow, but they'll be done the next day, the final day. So you just got to have an itinerary and know how to do it. Set it up. I only literally spent since it was after the first week. Yeah, I already did this quest. After literally the first week that I been working on these dudes. They were made. Well, no, the two weren't, but this guy's been in the making before I left. I like this guy's playstyle. I'll even drag the boss. I don't even care. I mean, I know what he's doing. I don't want to touch anything. He's going to get the door bugged. That's what's going to happen. look. Now I think we're in permanent combat. Nope. Surprisingly. Usually it's put you in like some crazy weird permanent combat. Hey, I'm down for this. I just want to level anyways. You know what happens when I heal though? Aggro hell. We're ready for it. I already know I'm not a noob. Dude, yo, friggin' went without the tank? Hey, you cheater. How'd you get out of there? Well, we at least should hit 48. Might have to go grind out a little bit. It'll be fine. Got my Warhorn on this tune. Got to get the Caltrops on the other guys. Oof. Ugh, that's a little harsh. Okay. I was about to pull it, but oh well. Then, of course, the tank starts. there he is. Man. I don't know. It's going to be close. Damn it, Jim. Harold. Ah, yes. Dire Frost. Keep. I like soloing this one. Are we doing a speed run? We just finished it. Yep. We just did it. I mean, I'm level 40 something. I'm just massing my Warden healer. Well, I mean, I'm massing. I mean, he's been a little side project along with my ults. So, you know, daily randoms. That's all I've been doing. A little sky shard hunting with my, you know, with the DPS. But 2 healers, 2 DPS on, you know, on deck. Yeah, so let's hope.
I'm sure. Take your key and most see the glint of gold.
Yeah, this will be 48.
Your wit and wisdom deserve undaunted.
So what we got? Man, I got so many of those. Look how many. Look at all this. Holy crap! Right? Oh my God! For real? I'm a sliver away. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what that means. Glad to hear it's going good. Yeah. Well, you know, I've been just. You know, it's like this wasn't my main platform, so I was like, you know, I got a lot of work, man. I mean, if I was on the PlayStation, it's different. Like, the only thing I didn't have was, like, the Necros. That's it. All my dudes are undaunted. All of them have gear for days, you know. I mean, gear for days, you know. I have, like side gear. I have their setups and side gear. Like, so I have my Reliquin, and I have my Alrums, and I had, you know, my stuff before I left. So I was like, well, this kind of sucks, you know? I'm going to have to, you know, bear down, you know, and try to get this together, and, you know, but it's, you know, I mean, I used to like, you know, I consider myself a professional at this game. Well, professional even at, you know, in gaming majority of the time. I used to, you know, companies bring me in and say, hey, I'm getting I was like, oh, okay. So, you know, I find ways to level up fast the easy way. Because you know, I'm a father. I ain't got a lot of time either. I've got to cut here and there. So guess what? I've got to cut corners. You know, am I going to get all the content done on every tune? No way. We know that is not happening. No way. So my whole agenda is get these leveled, get their undaunted, get the builds out. Then I'll have a little time to get caught up on my storylines, you know, before the next chapter. Complete some open world stuff. You know, do my little stuff that I like to do, and then of course PvP. So my end game, I never get to enjoy like the open world content. Everything's backwards for me, and that's probably why I don't care about becoming a trial player, like hardcore, because I get the gear to get the builds, push them out, and so players have them. I cover that, and then I get down to what I like to do, and that's more open world stuff, you know, like, you know, how should I say, like, you know, open world. Like, I don't like questing. I hate questing. But, you know, something that just kind of, you know, keeps me like, oh, wow, this is cool. So I'll pick up a quest line to unlock skill points. Find out what's going on with the lore. I don't like side quests because it usually is something that has nothing to do with the lore. So I like the main storylines. I'll look for Easter eggs. I like searching Easter eggs because they bury them in this game. So that's something I really like to do. I like Easter egg hunting. which is pretty much clues how it ties into other Elder Scrolls lore. And then I like to PvP. And then I usually farm for PvP and come out with toxic stuff. Right, and grind away. Me too. Nope. Love. Yep, me for open world and solo. Yeah, open world, man. You know, I like it. I know everybody has their whole thing with the how they view content. But, you know, this game, like, I'm always motif farming. Always motif farming. I am motif farming all the time, man. So I'm usually in dungeons. Like, sometimes I just do trials just to motif farm, unless I don't want the style. Because I do crafting. And because I like crafting. I actually like crafting. So a lot of people ask me, you know, whatever. I mean, that's why I take crafting kind of serious. It's like, you know. You know, that's one thing I liked about this game, because crafting was viable. You could utilize crafted sets in your builds, and some elements you still can, and they work. You know, Julianus and Huntings, and, you know, and all those sets, and even Night, those are all very, you know, still. That's one thing I really like about Elder Scrolls. You know, you could definitely, and even in tanking sets. Congrats. Come on, long bar. One bad thing about healers, man, we don't hit very hard. It's a big pull. We'll be good. A couple minutes. Gotta love the grind. Full. Not worried about it. We're almost 49. I'll worry about it in a second. Respawn. It's dead here. That's fine. So when we come down here, when in doubt, next area it out. We'll get the carrots though. I mean, not the carrots, but the money and stuff. Somebody here farming? Yep. Either that or their respawn's just being terrible. Okay. It's fine. Oh man. I was trying to bar swap. Alright. It's so crazy. That's why I always put down, well, I try to put down a healing springs. Alright. Close. Then I'll just go ahead and repair. I don't know why I keep hitting that one. Finish off with the dungeon tonight. Go to bed and call it a day. I keep thinking my shocks is where I usually put it for my DPS, like bad muscle memory. I usually put it in the middle of my DPS. Are we close? We're pretty close. Alright, where are we at? Oh, so close. So close. Here comes everybody. I'm almost done, thank God. Oh, look at that. While I started this pull, I'll finish it. No, bar swap. Come on, Mystic. Alright. Let's see. 49. Looks good. Looks good. We're good. Someone else is there now, yeah. It's yeah, I usually use Skype achievements in Craglorn for leveling. Oh yeah, that's Craglorn's a really good place. There's a lot of instances based, and you can go leveling and stuff. You know, like I said, I'm definitely an open world dude. I like bumping into people. You know, I'm not very social, believe it or not, when it comes to certain things. But other things, I'm like, yeah, you know, I like seeing, you know, a very vibrant world. You know, and I think that's one element that ESO has over its competitors. Because where its other competitors, if you go to a newbie zone or certain zones, it's dead. It's dead. And you're like, and that's the way it is. You know? It's like, wow, this kind of sucks. You know? So, crazy. Okay, making sure. Yeah, I've been stockpiling gear. These were like my mules there for a minute, and I'm like, you know, I've got to level them at some point. I got to get it out of the way. I've got, you know, get this done and be done with it. So it's, you know, I think I've did quite a bit in the amount of time. I was just fortunate enough to come back right during events, and heaven forbid if I had came any other time. I'm still hopeful for a Crowfall, so I'm still keeping my eyes open on it, because I like a siege game, but I also like a game where you can be a solo PvPer and you have a group PvP. And I think Crowfall is going to hopefully be that next title, because it's got player crafting. And I've always said, man, when you have player crafting and you have PvP, because it takes me back to SWG days. Oh my God, man. That was the days, man. Those were days that I enjoyed quite a bit. My first MMO was Ultima Online. So I'm, you know, old school. And then, of course, I played EQ. And, of course, you know, I played a number of other titles, DAOC and all of them. Same here. Someone, yep. I mean, it's the way to go, man. I mean, and that's why I kind of, when they talk about best in slot in this game, I can't help but laugh. Because old MMOers will tell anybody best in slot literally means it's the only gear, it's the only piece. It's a piece. It's your best in slot. You can't. There's nothing else that will replace it. It's a linear terminology, meaning literally, do you want your best in slot? This is what you have to do. There's no options. it's a linear format. That's why I'm like open-ended games like SWG never had a best in slot. You know, Ultima Online never had a best in slot. ESO doesn't have a best in slot because it's open-ended. I mean, I guess Perfected could be best in slot based on stat positioning, depending on the class and race, but it's still open-ended because not every class and race can be put in the same gear with the same expectation. That's why I said it's more open-ended. It's designed to be like that. That's every Elder Scrolls title, not just ESO. So, you know, so when people want to talk about BIS, I'm like, oh my god, these are really, they sound dumb to vet. Even World of Warcraft players would probably. I actually showed that to a World of Warcraft friend of mine, and they were like, wait a minute, don't you guys like have diminishing returns and everything in an allocation system? I'm like, right. And they're like, so why in the fuck would there be a best in slot when your stats are adjusted by race? And I'm like, I know, but there's best in slot in this game to these people. And he's like, they're fucking morons. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, I agree, but you know, they're mathematically challenged and somewhat MMO challenged. I mean, he's like, and wait a minute, there's no weekly lockouts on your raids. I'm like, well, they're called trials, but yeah, no, you could farm it probably in a day or two. You know, if you had a dedicated team that wanted, like, you know, pound Mountain Dew and just go with, you know, no sleep, you know, or whatever. Yeah, I mean, you know, theoretically speaking, he's like, that is what the fuck. I was like, yeah, I get it. Correct. Still have my Ultima maps. Dude, I have one box, but I don't have my maps. He goes, right. Dude, and that's what I'm trying to say, man. These guys, they sound dumb. They don't even know what they sound like to linear players. They don't even know. This is best in slot. And it's like, what? It's best in slot. What? Huh? Like on what? For every stamp tune. Wait a minute. It's best in slot for every stamp player? Yes. It's best in slot for every stamp player. You know, best in slot usually is class and, you know, linear, and meaning there's, you know, until the next thing comes out, and then you chase after that, then that's your best in slot. No, this is best in slot. It's like, okay. Alrighty. Sure. If you say so. That's what they sound like. That's exactly how they sound. This is best. And then you go to any other game. Any other game. I don't give a fuck what game anybody goes to. You go to any other game and you were to drop that term, right? Best in slot. Everybody would say for what? PvE or PvP? Because even PvP has its own progression system. You know, your top tier PvPers are doing what? They have to go through the fucking bottom of the cesspool, the bottom feeders, to progress through their gear tiers, because gear is tiered. It's literally tiered in every other game. And your best in slot is your top tier. And same thing with raiders. Your best in slot is usually your mythic tier gear. But not in Elder Scrolls. No. And it's for each class too. Because most games do have like one directional, like except Rift. Like Rift had, I remember I would do a, raids. And there was three to four different tank sets that would drop. And literally, my best in slot wasn't always the piece that dropped. Because there was cleric tanks, there were rogue tanks, there were warrior tanks. I was a warrior tank. So if a rogue tank piece dropped, which was leather, believe it or not, the tank gear was leather, that was not my best in slot. And now we had to take a person who had a rogue, who might had a, you know, a soul, a tank soul, and just, you know, literally throw it his way without him spending DKP because nobody else could utilize it. And it was one piece that dropped. So and until you could buy your pieces after the token system came out, but there for the first minute, no man, like you literally had to farm week by week for your best in slot. That was crazy. I said good luck with that. Right. So I remember, like, you know, just going through hell to get my top tier stuff, only for an expansion to come out and wipe everything away. And any MMO I did. And that's another thing I like about ESO. I come back, gear's still viable, but slight alterations have made it where you have to adjust your builds. Now add new gear to that, and now you have new combinations and new buffs or, you know, debuffs that need to be applied. And that has to change your configuration. So the configuration, the linear element is taken away, but the adjustments are made by what? Updates. So I think that's cool. That doesn't trash everything. So, yep. Yeah. So, but what does Mystic know? Ooh. Like all my gear was still here when I logged in. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. You know? So... But as always, Harold, thank you for talking, man. I always like our conversations, brother. I hope you haven't been working too hard. And enjoy your week. I'm going to get off. I'm going to take about 5-minute break, and then I'm going to finish this out. Or certain ideas get nerfed. Yeah, that happens too. Nerfs are real too. Nerfs are real. But anyways, I'm going to let you go. And everybody, man, enjoy the game, man. Enjoy it. You guys, the one thing I always said, this could be the best. So Elder Scrolls has pissed me off. The ass hats have really pissed me off. But I've always said this could be the best game ever. I've played MMOs since Ultima Online when it was dial-up. Let me tell you, woof, those were harsh MMO days. But I'll be honest with you, even EverQuest, oh my god, man. If somebody called, you were just like screaming. But I'll be honest, I have played my fair share of MMOs and RPGs. Elder Scrolls, I am somewhat biased to the lore and, you know, whatever. I fell in love with Morrowind and, you know, it stuck with me. But besides the lore, this game always could have been the best, and because its conception is you know, it's come to life. They brought Tamriel to life. Sure, there are sets that are ridiculous. Sure, there are things that, you know, get on everybody's nerves, but the fact that every class can play every role, the fact that you as a player can come out with different unique builds, and you can identify your build to something, you know, like I said, they're not everything will pan out. There's trial and error, and I think in every aspect. But once you play by the numbers, once you play by the numbers, it opens endless possibilities in this game. And that is something to be admired. But as always, I'm going to let you guys go. As always, I'm Mr. Craven. This is Mystics MMOs. Peace. I still have the EverQuest. Yeah, that was awesome. I love EQ. Man, but open raids were terrible. I'm always learning something new. It's amazing. This game is amazing. It is. Thanks, Harold. You have a good night, brother.